Hey, it's Jeff Walker, and I've been in business online since 1996. It's been a long time. In that time, I have sold tens of millions of dollars of my products. So I've had a little bit of success. And there's one thing that I think is responsible for probably about 95% of my success. And I thought I'd talk about that. In fact, I want to do a two-parter. I'm going to talk about it both this week and next week in my video. That one thing is live events. It's twofold. It's putting on live events and it's going to live events. So I'm going to cover both the topics, and I'm going to do it in a two-parter here. And this is on my mind because in 2 weeks, actually, as I'm shooting this, yes, let's just put it that way. As I shoot this, it's exactly 2 weeks from my PLF live event. So that's my annual event that I do for my product launch formula owners. This is not a sales pitch because you can't get in. It's sold out and it's only for my product launch formula owners. So let's leave that aside. But it is an awesome 3 days. It's like me on stage leading people in a workshop environment through how to create their launches. They walk in without a launch, they walk out with a launch completely designed. So I love it. It's going to be a huge event. We're going to have over 1,000 people there. And it's going to just be epic. It's like my chance to put on a little rock concert type of thing. We have the tunes cranking. We got people jumping around. We got people working really hard in their launch, and it's just a ton of fun. And it's been something that it's not a huge money maker for me because basically when people join Product Launch Formula, they get a free ticket to come to PLF Live. And so, like I said, it's expensive to put these things on. It's not a huge money maker, but it builds my brand in a big way because I get to create this community and people are so jacked up and amped up by the time they leave. It's just an epic thing for my brand. They go out there and they spread the word, they spread the love. They're on social media talking about it. They're talking about it with their friends. They're creating masterminds. They're creating relationships. And when I put on an event where two people come together and then they build a long-term relationship, well, it's great for them, but it's also great for me because they always have that anchor where they remember I was the one that brought them together. Even though all these people are out in the audience and I don't know they're making those connections, but still, when they make those connections, they see me as the person that created that put them in that situation. So for years going forward, I have the benefit of this glow from that relationship or from the masterminds they put together or the deals they put together. So putting on live events can do great things for you. And they can be very, very lucrative. Like right now, my friends, Kellen Rush and Justin Livingston, they are absolute experts on putting on events, and they're in the middle of a launch. They're going to be opening the cart pretty soon, and so they put out all kinds of great free content, including a free book on how to fill events and how to profit from events. So you absolutely can profit from them. Just because my event's really not designed to be a huge profit generator, don't let that hold you back because events can be great for generating profits, and they don't have to be big. Like I said, 1,000-person event, but my first event was 100 people. That was 100 people, and I've done events as small as like 30 people, and had them be very, very profitable and be great brand builders. So if you're in this business, and I assume since you're watching this video, you're either you've already got like a wisdom or information-based business or an online business, or you're considering starting one. Live events can be a great way. You can even put 6 or 10 people in a room, and you can either charge to get into the room, or you can have them in the room and have that lead up into a sale of like a higher end coaching program or a mastermind or something like that. So live events, absolutely awesome. Now, like I said, it's been worth 95% of my business, and that's because when I go to live events, like way back, my very first one was I think in 2000, and then I went to one around 2001 or 2002, and then I sort of got hooked. I went to one in 2003, and it's probably been every year since then I've gone to at least one event. And pretty much almost every single one of my top partners, that my joint venture partners, my affiliate partners that drive traffic into my business, almost every single one of them, if I think about it, I met at a live event. You know, and I might have been introduced by someone, or I might have just bumped into them at the bar. And here's a hint: go to the bar. That's the greatest. That's where all the business gets done. You don't have to drink alcohol if you don't want, but that is where all the business gets done at these events. It's not just in the conference room. So you go there. You can be in a conference room. You can learn great stuff. You can workshop stuff. Learn great strategy and tactics. But it's also about the relationships you're building. And so those can be made in the hallway, and they are made at the bar. And like I said, all of my top partnerships, I think just about everyone I have either met at, initially met there at an event, or else I've been introduced at an event, or I found out they were going to an event and I sort of hooked up with them online and said, let's get together and have a lunch or have a dinner or something. So getting to live events, incredibly important. I know a lot of people are like, I don't travel, or I live in Australia, or I live, the other side of the world. I live in New Zealand. I live in Japan. I live in Brazil. Well, I'll tell you what, in my event, we'll have people from dozens of countries. Every year we have people from Brazil, from New Zealand, from Australia, from Japan, from China, from very far away from wherever the event is. So, and there's local events. No matter where you're at, there will likely be local events. So huge fan of getting out to live events, and then consider, no matter where you are, even if you're just starting out, consider putting on live events. They don't have to be massive events like these ones that I've grown up into. You can start small and grow from there. And when you start small, they're a lot easier to put on. At 1,000 people, I've got a full team doing this. The logistics are insane. Just the getting people in and out of the room is crazy. But if you start off with an event for 10 or 15 or 20 people, a lot easier to do that. And it can be extremely lucrative, and it can be great branding and great positioning, and really just grow your business in a huge way. So live events, I'm a huge fan. Check out Justin and Callan's stuff. They've put out all kinds of great free material this week. I'll put a link down below the video. Next week I'm going to cover, when you go to live events, what you should be doing, what you should be focusing on to get the absolute most out of your live events. So I'm Jeff Walker. If you're watching this anywhere else besides at my blog at jeffwalker.com, head on over there, scroll down, leave a comment, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down if you didn't like the video. I don't care, just give me a reaction, leave a comment for me, and let's go get them this week.